Alright, what is up, guys? I interviewed the most racist black people in America. Now, I've seen this group, I forgot their names, but I've seen this black group before. You guys have probably seen them before. So you know what? Let's just get straight into the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video.
God hates white people. He created them to be hated. Like, white people are a virus. The only way to get rid of it is the medicine. Real niggas are the medicine.
You got a whip right here.
Nah, yeah, this for you. When I see a white baby, I be like, he's gonna try to enslave my people when he gets older. The only thing that a white person could give me is their life. The men and the women who profited off of our slavery, they're going to bow at our feet.
You'll kiss this boot right here.
One at a time.
Keep on coming, Mr. White Man. Everybody say that they love black people, but there's no action behind it.
Both of y'all, sit.
These are the Black Hebrew Israelites, a black supremacist group that hates white people and believes that they're the true Israelites.
No, I would tell you, I really hate white people. I would tell you that.
But what other groups besides whites do they hate?
The dark race is the so-called African, who you would call the Nigerian, the Rwandan, the South African. They are not our people.
And do these beliefs actually come from the Bible? I met up with Captain Tazariak and his brothers mid-training session in Harlem, New York to learn more.
What you see over there is you see what we call Hebrew Academy. So this is a physical training and mental and spiritual training that we do every year where we take new members, we train them. So they're gonna go through physical training, self-defense, spiritual training, learning scriptures.
Okay, real quick, you have any questions, Smith?
No, I've seen them before. I just don't know what they do.
What we teach is that the true children of the Bible are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And so we come out here to train these new members in our school.
Sounds good to me. I'm out here doing kind of the same thing.
There's one catch.
We believe that white people are probably the worst thing to ever happen to black people.
Well, I can understand.
What are your plans for her and her kind?
It's not really our plans, it's God's plan. According to the Bible, God is going to avenge black people for what white people did, so they go enslaved. You know, they got to be in chains, they got to build our kingdom, they got to serve out the judgment for touching God's people.
How you doing? What are your thoughts on the Black Hebrew Israelites?
I would need to know more about
Can
it.
you give her a quick synopsis of what you believe in?
Of course, you know Jesus Christ is black, right?
I don't know much about, to tell you the truth, the Bible. I do know that people are being persecuted and have been for a long time. It's the patriarchy in this country and in many other Western countries that are discriminating, and I'm happy when people are standing up for educating other people and helping us understand.
This is a very compassionate answer. At some point, though, you will be in chains and enslaved, apparently. What are your thoughts on that?
If you lead the people into slavery and destroy their identity, shouldn't there be a punishment for those people who do it?
Yes.
Is he a brother? ¿Qué es tu país de origen?
España.
Spanish count or no?
Conquistadors. We're indigenous. That's European, right?
Oh, man. Okay.
They're the ones who conquered the natives.
That's what I'm saying. They could kiss the
Yo,
boot.
yeah, hell yeah.
I'm not so sure that I myself should take responsibility other than helping the legacy of what white people did to dark people.
She said, I'm going to help the legacy of what white people did. You know what that means? That's Trump.
No. Help erase that legacy.
He's trying to set you up over here.
Don't give me a hard time here.
I know that we haven't done right by Native Americans, by people of color from many places we call this
You
country.
said we. What did you do?
We, the people who represent the dominant narrative in this country.
But in the Bible, this will be reasonable to me. It says that the fathers and the women who had slaves, that they would bow to the slaves. In these last days, in these end times, when Christ comes back and rules this earth, a black man by the name of Jesus Christ, the men who led our people into captivity and the women who profited off of our slavery and our blood, they're going to bow at our feet. That would be reasonable to me.
You asking her to bow right now?
I mean, that would be bow.
Okay, sorry to pause so early, but that is insane. I'm sorry, but you don't need to be out there doing all that. That just makes me feel uncomfortable looking at that. Jesus. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Just look at that. Wow.
Bow at our feet. That would be reasonable to me.
You asking her to bow right now?
I mean, that would be reasonable. Like, if you were really sorry for what your people did,
If you feel truly bad for what your ancestors did,
No,
will you give them
come on.
$20 right now?
I don't know if that would solve a problem, and my ancestors were
It
dirt
wouldn't.
poor
I
also.
would say empty your bank account. When you think about it, we became the financial backing of building America. We became the labor. So when you say money doesn't change it, it does. That's why I said empty your bank account. You should too. Everybody, every white person should empty their bank account.
Would you be willing to maybe give a $100 donation to the cause?
Yeah, that.
Like right now on camera?
Well, I don't have anything.
do you believe in justice?
I do believe in justice.
Es una posibilidad que quizás la rápido de este hombre.
I'm in my 70s now. When I die, that money's going to be gone. And it's not going to go to people who are just going to go out and buy lattes and spend it on going out to bars and whatever. It's going to go to cancer causes and causes like yours.
Like black people?
Black people. Doctors Without Borders is a big thing I support.
The first thing that came to my mind was that when she dies, she's going to help black people, not when she's alive.
No, I'm doing it now. I'm giving a huge amount of what I've got every year.
Why should you feel obligated to help black people? Did you enslave anyone?
No, absolutely not. But our society is continuing the discrimination that's based on what happened.
Justice should be done, in my mind, at the time that it happens. And if we don't have a legal system in this country or in all countries to take care of people who commit these kind of crimes when they happen, not the generations that follow, they bear some responsibility, but if they didn't commit murder, then to me, they're not the ones that should be incarcerated.
I agree with her.
Let's just not ignore the elephant in the room. We bowed at your father's feet, fed your children while your father went off to go conquer America. While my mother was working, we had to tend to your children. Our mothers had to suckle your babies before they suckled our own babies. So it'll be reasonable for you to bow at the feet of the slave. That would be reasonable if you was really sorry. You seem like a compassionate person.
I'm a compassionate person, but my apology is, or my way of saying I do not believe what went on in history was fair or just, is my way of saying that I may be with you in some areas, I may not be with you in other areas, but I want to fight for everybody right now, and I do, and I stand for that.
Look
My
behind
bow.
you. Look behind you. That's who fights. We don't need you to fight.
Okay.
But check this out. You just embody, and this is why God is going to put you in slavery. Because your people always try to slither and find ways out of the harsh reality of what was done to us. You know for a fact that your people hung my people from trees. This park right here in Harlem, you know, this is a black community. It's not. It was. It's not anymore. It's not anymore. You want to know why? Because of crack. Because of Ronald Reagan. You understand? So you can't sit here like a poor lily white lady, you know, with your dog and looking hopeless because of what you've done to my people.
That seems a little exaggerated, right?
What's
You think
exaggerated?
that's a little harsh, K2?
I can only tell you that I live my life trying to be good to everybody I'm around, and continue to do, I would.
He's saying you could be the change you want to see, and you could take a bow right now and just show a little gesture.
A bow is a gesture, and I've got a dog that I've got to keep going with. Her name is Curry.
Sit, Curry. Sit. So both of y'all, sit.
She wants to.
Curry is a sweet-looking dog. His people have gotten hung in trees, killed, molested, raped, genocided, and you won't even take a bow, is what he's saying.
That doesn't fix lynchings.
But he's saying he'll do a little bit to help him.
That doesn't, you know what? You're trying to position me to be oppositional, although I may not have the same history of beliefs as you do. I do agree with you that people have done incredible wrongs that land us where we are today. I hope you see that I don't represent some privileged white lady. I am just me.
Not even like a deferential bow before you leave?
Come on. That's a gratuitous, that doesn't mean anything.
But you have a good day.
All right. Thank you.
What else would you have liked her to do?
Oh, she was
Yeah. Wait.
going to kiss our boots.
Have you ever had anyone...
Yeah, you see, this whole group, I mean, is it a serious group? I actually want to know. Like, someone in the comments, because I don't know, like, because this is insane to me if it's serious, right? She's a very understanding woman. She's been very understanding. The most understanding anyone could be, telling you she agrees with your causes. But at the same time, she's basically, she didn't want to say it, but what she's basically saying is her people that are around now don't have to take responsibility for stuff that happened years ago. That's just ridiculous. Like, no white person today has to take responsibility for something that happened to my people years ago. Like, I don't hold that against you. You know, him saying we had this and we had that. No, you didn't have anything, buddy. No, it's them. It's our ancestors back in the day, but it wasn't you, right? So this whole talk that's just and kiss your boot as well. I mean, that's just, who's doing that? I mean, look, the only people that are doing that, the white people that are doing that, are the ones that are being basically kind of brainwashed, I'll be honest. I used to see it a lot when I was in school. You'd have like these, especially with white girls, you'd have it where they'd, oh, I feel so sorry for what happened, and I just feel so terrible how my people did. It's like, you can have compassion for the past, but at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with anyone that's alive right now. And you kissing some black guy, that won't help. If you really want to help, what you could do is just treat everyone equally. And equally, I mean, actually equally, not you have to be in chains for this many years because of what happened just to even the odds out. No, just treat everyone the same. But yeah, that's insane to me.
Kiss your boot? Absolutely, all the time. I didn't expect it about. It just really was a point to show you that even though white people seem like they care about you and seem like they care about the hardships that we went through, they really kind of negate it because it's really aimed at them. She knows without a shadow of a doubt of what other crimes her people did to us.
But she didn't do anything. That's the big disconnect. She didn't do anything. Just like you didn't go through slavery. Right. What are your thoughts as you walk away?
I hope it helps.
Even if it means you are eventually enslaved.
I don't think it'll come to that, but
it will though, right?
Yeah. God said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Is that a little harsh?
yeah, but I don't think we can actually argue it.
So anyone that reads the Bible, let me know what's going on here, because I know there's probably more context to the statements he's saying, right? There probably is. I know there probably is. So if you do read the Bible, let me know in the comments below. I want some more context. I'll actually read the comment.
And say what's going to actually happen. It could be symbolic as well as literal, I think.
Okay. No, this is literal.
Hit, move, the hand up, get hit, bang, move, bang.
Sorry to pause again, but look at the... Come on, how do you expect people to take you seriously? Real N-word university. What are we doing here? How do you take that seriously? If you've seen that, would you seriously take that seriously?
Move the hand up, get hit, bang, move, bang. This is what we call my department. I'm responsible for the Hebrew Academy. What these men are going through back here is something that all our men have gone through, all the brothers have gone through, including the head of our school, Commander Junior Hanna. You see these covers that we're wearing, this all represents the trial by fire that we go through out here to kind of bond us all together.
So these are all different training techniques. So now they're using mitts, like you would train a boxer. So they're using mitts to learn to punch and then slip. So this is, again, the hand-to-hand combat training that we train brothers in the school so that they could defend themselves.
Fists up right here. Go. But this is just a portion of the brothers that's in the academy. We have brothers in Texas, South Texas right now. We have brothers in Chicago, brothers in Florida, brothers in Atlanta, Georgia. We even have a brother out in the Bahamas. They're actually doing what we're doing right now all over the country. So this is what bonds us together. Their language, which is Hebrew, and we also teach them the biblical martial arts, which is called the Yad Karab. It's what King David used, it's what Samson used, and people don't know this. This is what Christ used as well. People think Christ was some old, just peaceful Gandhi type cat, but Christ was a superior revolutionary. You understand? And the men around him were fighters.
I know that, yeah. What are the qualifications needed to become a black Hebrew Israelite?
When you
Sorry to pause again. I wonder if all that fighting actually works. Like, if anyone can find any links or anything to see if any of them have been in any fights, so I can't get my words out. If you guys have seen any links or I don't know of them actually getting into fights, not I want to see fighting, but like I want to know if the techniques actually work. Like you see them outside doing these techniques. I've seen other videos of them before. I wonder if it actually works. I don't know. Wow, I don't know why I really struggled to get that out there, but yeah.
Say recruits, we don't have recruits. Christ said this, my sheep hear my voice. These men found us. I found Commander Junior Hanna.
How did you find him?
By hearing his voice. I seen the camp out on the street. Brothers come and hear what's being said, hearing that the true biblical Jews are black, hearing that Christ died for only blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, that the 12 lost tribes of Israel are the people who are despaired and trodden on in this country that you call America.
Do you have to be a certain percentile of black or Hispanic or Native American to join the black Hebrew Israelites?
We go by who your father is, by blood. That percentile and all that, comes from the so-called white man society. I mean, how how do you know what percentile black I am?
I don't know.
Like, even just thinking about it doesn't make any sense. Let's say, for instance, like Bob Marley. He's a white man like you. Yeah, because his father is white. Your father is white, yeah?
Yeah, he's Portuguese.
He's white. Bob Marley is your brother, not mine. My father is
Bob
black.
Marley, my man.
No, I mean, you can have him. But when it comes to nationality, the Bible always traces the lineage of the man. So if your father is a black man, a Negro, you understand, you're from the tribe of Judah. If your father is a Mexican, he is an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar. They are brothers.
Who is the dog race?
The dog race is the so-called African, who you would call the Nigerian or
I'm so sorry to pause again, but I was trying to let it go, but that Bob Marley comment is crazy. Right.
the Rwandan or the South Africans. Those are considered Africans, but they are not our people.
A Nigerian couldn't come here and be a brother?
No.
Ethiopian?
No.
Kenyan?
Nope.
None of them? Damn, okay.
The man who calls himself a Jew is a red man. His blood show forth through his skin. You cannot hide among a dark race of people. You understand? It's just proving that the black man, because we're called African because we were found in the land of Africa, hiding among a dark race.
The seduction is to convince black people that America wants us to be a part of that. The difference between like the Democratic Party, Republican is gonna say everything to your face. They're gonna do it bluntly. The Democrats is gonna do it seductively. It's almost like if you take a can of beer, you don't want to drink the full beer, so you get light beer. But it's still the same racism.
Sure.
It's just covered up in a different bottle, but still gets you drunk.
What are your thoughts on the Civil Rights Act?
I would prefer segregation than the Civil Rights Act. The greatest time that black people had and the greatest threat that we ever were to America was segregated times. During Jim Crow, doing all the things when we was getting lynched and arrested. They incorporated the 13th Amendment so they could falsely lock us up. We still built hospitals, colleges, cities. We had a Negro League. We had all these things. We had education. Then you had the thought process of it's better if we integrate. And so when we decided to integrate, we lost education, we lost family structure, we lost businesses, we lost everything. Now they have this term called black businesses. Back during segregation, it wasn't about black business because we knew what businesses we were supporting. There was no mantra of separate from white people. We just was building our own. And that became the biggest threat because in less than 40 years removed from slavery, we showed America that we don't need you. And America can't have that because if we don't need them, then we would rise up over them.
Do you think white people naturally want segregation as well?
White people just want enslavement. White people want black people and Latinos to know your place. Trump being in office is the rallying cry for all of those MAGA people to say Trump is going to put black people in their place. White America is loving every single thing that Trump is doing because he's saying, in their mind, he's saying, you niggas got to act like what we say now.
It's cold, I can't feel my toes. Brothers are out here throwing.
I mean, there's a lot of black people that support him, so yeah, but I'm not getting into Trump right now.
Hands. How long does the training last?
Probably about 6 hours.
6 hours. Damn.
But the point is that the bond that they build today will keep them in the same shape of brotherhood.
I'm loving the Black Hebrew Israelites. I'm going to be honest. I wish I had a white version of this. I want a real cracker university that I could join.
Babylon is falling! Babylon is falling!
Do you guys verify the paternal lineage?
We have a system to be able to tell. If anything's questionable, we'll do our due diligence to, to find out. It's hard for brothers who have white women to be in here.
They're allowed to date white women?
No, they're not allowed to date white women. But when brothers come into the school, they might have a white woman already. It's against the laws of God to put your woman away.
Put her away in what sense?
Or they might have a white mother. A brother might learn the truth and learn that he's an Israelite. Some people have a hard time with that because of how harshly we teach about white people, about the crimes that they've done. That is his mother, though. We would never tell him to kill his mother or anything like that, of course, because that'd be evil and wrong.
When you see like a white person, do you ever have just like a...
Yeah. Why did you have to state that? Is that just me thinking that? I don't know. Am I nitpicking? I don't know.
Feeling of disgust, like these bastards.
Well, this is what you got to understand. Yeah. We're professionals. Like, I can sit and have a conversation with you all day long.
When I leave, are you like, these damn white people?
Not to the extent that you think.
Not to a personalized extent, but just more of a zoomed out group perspective?
Right, because you're one white man. And you might be an all right white guy. We can talk about electrical work. We can talk about football, the game coming on and all of that. We'll never be brothers, you understand? We'll be professional. We'll be cordial. I ain't gonna slam the door in your face because you're walking behind me. I'm a professional.
Okay.
We ain't the Ku Klux Klan. We ain't going around like, you stupid cracker. I should hang you from a goddamn tree. Yeah. We ain't the Ku Klux Klan. We're professional priests. Well, you just one white man. You don't make no impact on my life personally. The system of white people is what you're gonna pay for. You might have not had slaves, but you are gonna pay for what your forefathers did, however.
I think the person who did it should face the punishment, not the child or the child's child.
What if he's dead? What if the person who did it got away scot-free?
It is what it is.
It means his son gonna pay for it. Man, Harlem was one of the most blackest cities in New York City. I mean, ridiculous. It was a phenomenon. Now you look at it now. It's integrated. It's completely
gentrification or what?
There are no black-owned businesses in Harlem. We already had that. How do we lose it? Through the civil rights. The civil rights failed the black community because they wanted to join white society. We had the white man's water fountain and we had the black man's water fountain. Instead of saying that we're gonna make our black water fountain the best water fountain that's ever fountain, our leaders said that we want to drink from the white man's water fountain too. So what happened is he said, okay, you could drink from our water fountain, but you're gonna always get water from me. I'm the one that's gonna own the water fountain.
Suck the teat of the white man.
Exactly. Now the youth, the men who were children back then, now they coming up, we gotta push black businesses, man. We gotta push black businesses when the civil rights failed us and gave all of our black businesses to white people. You understand? You see that plane crash,
Okay, this thing about civil rights, I'm not the biggest expert on it, so I won't claim to be. And I have heard stuff where people say, oh, during Jim Crow times, black people were making the most money back then. I've heard that before. You know what? I'm not going to claim to be an expert on that. But what I will say is, I'll only ask questions and I'll be like, could that have been because, well, you kind of had to? Like, you kind of, I think when you put a group of people in a position where they have to work together, where there's just that much pressure, where obviously there was segregation, right? You had to work with other black people. And look, I don't know if that's an argument to go back to that. Do you know what I mean? I don't think, even though, yeah, stuff might have been better in terms of how much money black people were making and how many black relationships there were, I don't know. I'm more thinking, could that have been because of just the pressure of, well, you had to work together because obviously everything else was segregated. You couldn't go into white schools, you couldn't go into white bathrooms, all that stuff, right? Could that have been the reason why black people were doing so much better back then? But I would never argue to go back to those times. I don't think that's the solution. I think the solution's clear. Just stop talking about race so much. It's quite simple, really. But I don't know. I feel like the groups like this and other people make it really complicated. I know there's more stuff to it, and you could name more stuff, but I don't think it's as complicated as people. At least I've realized that now. Especially, I'm still trying to get there. You learn new stuff, but I just feel like it's not that complicated, you know? People are people, everyone's going to be different, and in terms of like white people having to pay for what their ancestors did, I don't think they should. I don't think white people now should pay for something that someone that they're kind of related to did thousands of years ago. I don't think that's the solution, personally, but I know a lot of people agree with that take.
Over in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
It was glorious. I was mad as hell because I wanted to go get some chicken. I couldn't even get no chicken.
What do you mean that was glorious?
Lord took it down. It was glorious.
When you see those planes hitting walls, you're like, hell yeah.
When I see America start to fall, we have a drink.
What? When you see those...
Go get some chicken. I couldn't even get that crash and gave all of our black businesses to white people. You understand? You see that plane crash over in Philadelphia?
Oh, yeah.
It was glorious. I was mad as hell because I wanted to go get some chicken. I couldn't even get no chicken.
What do you mean that was glorious?
Lord took it down. It was glorious.
When you see those planes hitting walls, you're like, hell yeah.
When I see America, Lord took it down.
A medical jet was transporting a seriously ill girl home to Mexico. And you're celebrating that, yeah? Okay. Oh, you probably just heard that jet hit somewhere and got happy.
It was glorious.
When you see those planes hitting walls, you're like, hell yeah.
When I see America start to fall, we have a drink.
What?
The brothers have a drink. These are the signs of our King's return. This is a horrible time for your people, but this is a glorious time for us. This is what we've been prophesying about for years. Like, we were on different sides of the fence here.
You see like a school shooting and you hear about a bunch of people getting killed. Are you like, thank God?
Okay, don't think of it like that. Think of more. When America and the sins of America start to rise up, that's how we know we in these end times. The harshality of what happened is not what I'm focused on.
I see.
The impact of what happened to America is what we focus on. How it impact this society. You understand what I'm saying? The war with Russia. what's going on in Ukraine, how it impacts America. All of those things we are paying attention to. You see a school shooting, we always taught that the white man need to be racially profiled because they're the ones that do a lot of the school shooting, don't they?
Where is your land? Like the Gaza Strip? Is that where you guys?
Israel, all in. The nation of Israel, Iraq, Iran. What Israel you see on the map, the Israel you see on the map, that is not the whole Israel according to the Bible. That's just a small piece of what the white man stole and gave to the so-called Israelis that live over there now. You understand? Israel is that whole portion over there. Pieces of Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Iran, Israel is a very large piece of land, and it's also called Eden. It's a garden of Eden. To build a nation, you gotta build a nation with your sister. You can't build a nation and give your inheritance to another nation.
And so what we decide to do in the ISUBK with a Real Nigga University.
All right, sorry to pause again, guys, right? You know, I'm going to be pausing a lot, so, you know, you just got to deal with it. But if you hate America that much, right, you hate the country you live that much, you want to see it destroyed, why not leave? And look, and people get annoyed when you ask this question, like, why should we have the white tunnels? But I'm just asking a simple question, like, if you hate a place that much, why not leave? Because I don't know. I just never understood that. Like, if you hate it that, you hate America that much, it's so bad. Why not leave? I'm not American, right? So I'm not American. But I'm just saying, like, if it's that bad, man.
University is actually teach people what a real nigga is.
What is a real bleeper?
Appreciate that. I thought I was gonna have to say MacGyver was. In the Real Nigga University, we show the righteousness that Acts 13:1 portrayed. Niggas are righteous, we honor, we worthy of the Lord, we raise up brothers, we build up family, we don't snitch. We would never sing a song for Donald Trump. We would never hate our Mexican brothers who are also real niggas, our Latin brothers, which are also real niggas, our Haitian brothers, which are also real niggas. So we are the epitome of what Acts 13:1 stood for. Christ being black is the realest nigga. White people are like the worst niggas.
Come on, man.
If you take any society of people and look at their land before white people interacted with them, and then look at the land after white people, look at Libya, look at the Middle East, look at Africa, look at North and Central and South America. Like, white people are a virus. When the virus gets in your body, the whole point of the virus is to destroy you. The only way to get rid of it is the medicine. Real niggas are the medicine. So ISUBK is the medicine because we deliver what the Lord says. So if you want to get cured, well, you can't get cured. I don't understand how black men and women can marry a white person knowing the crimes that they committed. And what that tells you is that from the time we are born, we have this thing of white is great and black is not, which is again why we enforce such a strong love for black people, enforce using the word nigga, making it righteous, enforce everything that they said was bad just to show how good it is. So that's why we created the Real Nigga University.
So after this, you might see a new school, RCU.
Real Caucasians?
Real Cracker University.
I wouldn't be surprised. Y'all steal everything.
It's not a black and white thing. It's a Jacob and Esau thing.
The brothers.
Yes, exactly.
Wait a second. So our great grandparents are the same, right? Something like that. Jacob, Esau, and then the separation.
If you go even further back before that, because of Noah, you understand Shem, Ham, and Japheth were all related, but the Lord put the difference between them, just like He did between Jacob and Esau. So what matters is when the Lord decides to separate a people and create a nation.
As a non-Israelite, all I care about right now is whether or not white people can avoid being either enslaved or killed on Judgment Day. I headed to their top secret headquarters after an extensive security screening to ask Captain Tazariak what a white man can do to pay the price for his father's sins.
All right, guys, look, I'm going to stop there. If you want to watch the rest of the video by yourself, I will link it down below. If you want a part 2, let me know in the comments below. I don't want to take the whole video, but if enough people want it and it does well, I will. But you know, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about this group. It's an insane group. Clearly you can see I don't agree, right? Because I don't think I agree with that. It's insane, right? But of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree or disagree with this group? Do you think all white people, or if you're white watching this right now, do you think you should be enslaved for what you did in the past, what your ancestors did in the past? Do you think you should be? Do you think you deserve to be? Or do you not? let me know. Thank you for watching, and for more reaction videos like this, make sure you come back to my channel. Thanks for watching.